Back in the beginning, I had nothing. So first of all, we needed to find our very first sniper rifle. If I was going to do this, I needed to know the best place to get a somewhat decent rifle that I could use at range. I was on a different map than I usually play, and it had a lot of these large castles near where I spawned.
I find a blaze! No way. Oh my god! Jesus.
I knew castles had a pretty good chance of spawning these type of rifles, and well, the blaze wasn't going to be the last one I found.
What's that? A Winchester. Another Winchester. Scout rifle, which does have ammo.
To do what I needed to do, or should I say what I wanted to do, I only needed one of these rifles, so I decided I was going to head out of the castle, head a little north, and get to the safe zone trader. Here I could sell up all the extra gear I had found along the way, and maybe buy myself somewhat of a camouflaged outfit. After selling everything, I had over 17,000 rubles, and this would allow me to buy an outfit that would allow me to blend a little better into the surrounding environment. That way, a better chance of survival if I ever got spotted. After selling up the remainder of any irrelevant items that I no longer needed, I headed out of the safe zone.
I have left the safe zone. I am now out in the wilderness. All alone.
To understand my thinking here, the last time I played this map, the power plant was not a radiation zone, and it was the best place to get gear too, so the chances were players would be in there. But since the recent update, it had become a radiation zone, and so the chances of players being in there were very slim. Instead, I used this vantage point and quickly heard some shots going off in the distance.
Oh. This forest is so dense. So it's starting to get nighttime.
I did in fact lose this guy in the thick forest, but nonetheless I had heard those shots and I was hoping they were going to point me in the right direction of finding my very first target. It is also worth mentioning that birds fly above dead bodies on this server, so keep an eye out for them. I could use the birds to give me an idea of where players might be.
Oh my god, there's so many dead players over there. One, two, three, four dead bodies, I think. Oh. It's right above his head, oh my god.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, it had been a while since I had done a sniper only challenge, and I was a little rusty. However, on the plus side, I was kind of sniping at around 700 meters up here, so it wasn't exactly easy.
Oh, hello. This guy gonna go for a body? Two more guys here. Holy the hell? All these people have come out of nowhere. Oh, they're fighting. There's another guy here. Two guys. Oh my god, everyone's come out to play. It's just at his feet, oh my god. Got a tree right there. Oh my god, that was right above his head.
At this point, I had took 4 or 5 shots and missed them all. It wasn't exactly going to plan. And with all this noise I created, someone was looking for me.
That guy's gonna push me.
I knew for a fact that guy thought he killed me, and that he was gonna push up and try get my loot. With my very first kill on the guy who had just shot me, I knew I had to get started. Things were going too slow at this point, and so with all this gear, I needed to stash it away and get a kickstart into this sniper journey.
Wind is fast.
I wasn't on here to make a base, let's just make that clear. I was on here to snipe people and see how far I could really go with just a sniper. It was gonna be a challenge, I know, but I didn't need all this extra gear. I just needed a rifle and some ammo. So I made a stash with all the extra gear from that dead body, and I would make quite a few of these throughout my adventure. I would mark them on the map, marking them as a stash, and then I was good to go again. I was good to go, get straight back into the action. I was going to make my way back into that town again, where I had heard all those shots previously.
Oh, that guy's lucky. Ooh. Oh, that took me to red health. Oh, shit. Okay, why is he going in there?
Now I know you're probably thinking, why doesn't he just shoot at these guys? But remember, I was on my own. If I shot at these guys and missed, then they would probably swarm me and that would result in my death.
So, oh, they're building. I gotta get an angle on that.
But before I knew it, an opportunity arose, and this would be the perfect chance to gain some distance away from the base and still be able to potentially get a kill.
Oh my god, are you kidding me, bro?
A last second movement saved this guy's life, and they now knew I was watching them. And like I expected, they did try and swarm me. In fact, they chased me up this mountain. But I had compensated for that and sort of made my way around even further to a point where they didn't expect. Eventually they returned to their base, and I pushed down close, getting myself my next kill. Once again, they would push out and try kill me, but I would head back up onto the mountain where they didn't expect me to be. Shortly after, a fight broke out, and I guess these guys thought they were fighting me. Where this guy is right now was where I just was, and I knew for a fact they thought they had just killed me.
This guy killed. He's going for the body. Oh my god, I missed.
This was another shot that I should have hit. If I just took my time to range that shot, I would have hit it, but I was lazy. After that shot, they didn't really come out to play, so I returned to the stash and went to the safe zone where I made a lot of money. I made some changes to my outfit which would better suit the environment, and then headed from the safe zone down to the airfield where I hoped I would find a lot more players. There was this radio tower here, and if I climbed it, then maybe it would give me a vantage point over the entire airfield. The hopes was that from up here I could snipe anyone coming in or leaving the airfield. At least that was the plan, because I sat here waiting and waiting and waiting, and for the next 20 minutes I didn't see a single person. I didn't even hear a single shot going off in the surrounding area, and that was surprising because this server was 100 pop. It was full, and there should have been players at the airfield looting and gathering for that military loot. Eventually I got bored and so headed down the tower. I was going to head out to a nearby care package at the surrounding town called Westbrook. Now Westbrook was quite a built up area, so there was no chance I was going in there as a solo sniper. Instead, I found this radio tower once again and decided to climb it. It would give me a nice little vantage point over the city.
Is this as high as I can go? Damn.
Now there was a lot of birds in Westbrook. In fact, all those automatic gunfire shots we had just heard had just so happened to be this guy in the apartment. He must have been a part of a group that were holding down the area, waiting for the airdrop to come in.
This guy's really annoying, bro. He won't stand still. Oh shit, there's a guy in that barrack. Okay, well he's going nowhere for the time being.
Now I wasn't sure if this was the guy that just left the barracks, so I was hesitant to make this shot in case his teammate, if he had one, would spot me. Eventually though, he started heading off and I had no choice. He didn't really have much, but it was worth the kill. He had a few items that I would stash away in the nearby forest so that if I ever did die, I could go back and get it. Now, there was no chance I could go into Westbrook, and with that position now compromised, I needed to find a new area where I could potentially find a lot of players. And the best place for that just so happened to be the Bandit camp. I was here only 30 seconds before this happened.
No way.
I knew these guys had to be here to use the Bandit camp facilities. It was just a question of how long they would be. Because once I found the helicopter, I sat myself up in a position where I could watch it. I would sit here and wait until they returned from the Bandit camp with all their loot. This was the easiest option. I mean, yes, I could have pushed down into the Bandit camp and tried to kill them, but that was the hard way. But whilst I waited, the unexpected happened. A bunch of shots at the Bandit camp. Eventually it all went quiet, and I waited a little longer, but these guys didn't appear. And so I came to the conclusion they must have been killed at the Bandit camp. But whoever killed them had to still be there.
One, 2.
I overlooked the bandit camp for a long time, and eventually this guy came running out. Now keep in mind I was 600, maybe 650 meters away, so killing this guy wasn't going to be easy.
Oh, I hit him.
After showing my dominance in sniping at 600 meters with this guy, he ran away. He didn't want any more to do with me. And so I returned to the helicopter, finding out that it was locked.
Helicopter's locked.
I couldn't do anything about this, so I just returned to looking over the bandit
Oh,
camp.
please tell me this guy goes back for the helicopter.
I was kind of hoping the owners of the helicopter, who may or may not have been this guy, would come back and maybe they had stashed the key somewhere away in the forest. Eventually, 2 guys came running back. The second one was up on the mountain, dressed in red, and because they had ran past the helicopter, I didn't really think these guys were the owners, but I guess I was wrong.
No, I knew I should have waited by the helicopter. Oh, and of course they turned the other way. Oh my god, I've just wasted like 30 minutes, dude. I've just broke my leg.
Things just really weren't going my way at the bandit camp, and so I just returned back south in hopes of finding more players. I would find a few, but they would just escape. They would disappear through the thickness of the forest before I even got a chance to shoot at them. Losing players like this wasn't exactly ideal, but others would just appear out of nowhere. And although they too would disappear, others just walked right up onto me. I hoped with this single kill that things would turn back in my way, and it kind of did. Because when I was chasing these new shots in order to get more kills, I got a notification at the top of my screen. I had 30 minutes before an airdrop would come in at the airfield, and the airfield is where we were earlier. It's a large area and often quite dangerous. But I had 30 minutes, and that was loads of time to prepare, and on my way I would get into another fight.
Okay, I had a game freeze there, but I did kill him.
This was another kill on the list and another set of stuff that I could add to a stash. I headed past the airfield, southbound, and was going to do a little bit of looting. After all, I had 25 minutes now before this airdrop would eventually come in. There was this large summer camp on the south side of the airfield, and it would allow me to replenish all my supplies. I got some ammo, some clothing, some medical supplies, and even a new gun. But most importantly, I found a sleeping bag. And this sleeping bag, if I placed it next to a stash, would allow me to respawn on it and instantly get re-geared. I did this right next to the airfield, and that's probably not the smartest thing to do, but I didn't have much time left. In fact, it was getting quite late, and so this airdrop would probably be my last adventure of this sniping quest for success. Now, I had left myself plenty of time. There was around 17 minutes until the airdrop would eventually come in, but I wasn't the only person going for this.
Oh my god. He spotted me a long time ago.
A classic ATC camper, and they would, like I expected, be waiting for the airdrop in order to camp anyone who ran up to try loot it.
Just one dead.
I tried getting an angle on the second guy, the one on the upper bit who was dressed in black, but I just couldn't find an angle, and he wasn't peeking either. So I guess he was just going to wait for his teammate to come back, and then he would give it another go. After realizing that this guy wasn't going to peek again, I flanked around onto the south side, somewhere they might not expect me to be. I waited and looked over this ATC for quite some time, but eventually I remembered that I had been on that radio tower from earlier and it overlooked the entire airfield, so once it got a little bit lighter, I could see pretty much everything from up here. There wasn't really long until the airdrop was going to come in, and with that, a lot of people were looking to get into that ATC. It was the strongest point on the airfield to overlook the airdrop, so I don't really blame them.
Oh.
Things were quiet for a while, and when the airdrop got a 10-minute notification, that's when things really started to pick up.
Oh, that was at him. Oh, he's still alive. Go, run, be free.
Yeah, he's dead. Players were starting to come in from all angles now, and they were hungry for this airdrop.
He's dead.
It wasn't really until I noticed these three guys that I thought something was off.
Okay, that guy's got a Winchester. That guy's fully geared.
You see, these guys weren't going for the airdrop. They were running up the hill and they were running south. It didn't really make sense, as that part of the map didn't really have a lot. It wasn't really until after everything calmed down that I actually realized where they were going. They were headed straight for the black market trader.
Oh yeah. Just seen a guy. It's them, right? Yeah, it is, it is. I knew there was 3 of these guys, and so far I think I had killed 1, so that left 2 left on the boat. The guy in green and the guy in black. So it was just a matter of where they were. I was here a long time and these guys weren't budging from the boat. Instead, they were waiting out, and for good reason too. They were waiting for their teammate that I had just killed to come back in order to clear the outside area. At this point, I had completely forgotten about the sleeping bag, and if these guys lived close, then this guy would already be back. And sure enough, he was. I was just too slow to realize it. Oh. Now I know this isn't exactly the big dramatic ending that you or I was hoping for, but I can't really complain. I had a lot of fun on this single life character. Just quickly before the video ends, I want to say a massive thank you for all the support over the last month. We have had over 200,000 channel views, almost 3,000 new subs, and 50,000 hours watched. This has been a great month for the channel, and by the looks of things, November and December are just going to be as good. We could potentially hit 20k subs by the end of the year.